Hi, John Ash. We are here to talk about the top 10 2010s indies of all time. It's the whole range of 2010 to 2019. And John, if you remember last time, we had a lot of people like, it was the question of like, should we do 2000 to 2009? And then because there's a decent amount, but a lot of like really big indie games started coming out in 2010, which makes this maybe one of the most competitive votes out there, because I'll put it to you right now. Just get those stats out there before we even get started on our opinions of indies of this era. 878 votes, which is more than most consoles. This is the only thing really beating out the votes for this poll are the Nintendo games, the Nintendo consoles. And even then, some of the early ones that still beat out, like when people aren't as aware, like the NES and Super Nintendo. Very competitive.
Last time we had a bunch of people voted for 2010 games, and they feel pretty formative in what indie games even are. Like, Super Meat Boy and Limbo were voted for a lot in the last list, and they don't qualify because they were on the cutoff point. But when you think about how indies started, especially in the console space, you kind of gravitate to games like Meat Boy. But that's the beginning of this. That the possibilities of this list being 2010, and that spans all the way to 2019, where you get stuff like, well, Hollow Knight was like 2017, so you get this giant jump between making things accessible to just it being a standard at that point. It's a huge span.
This is going to be a bloodbath, and as you said right before we started recording, Derek, nobody's going to be happy by the end of this. Everyone's going to be upset that one of their favorite indies didn't make the spot they hoped it would. I already have one that I hope is number one, but who knows what's going to happen. This is going to be an absolute just gauntlet, and I can't wait.
I mentioned it during our Switch discussion, but Switch really was the time where I really started taking notice of indies. I played them here and there, but it wasn't that consistent. But with the Switch, I definitely started playing more of them and going back to a few. I played a few on the Wii U, but this is the latter half of this decade was when I really started getting into a lot of these indie games, and it's hard to go wrong with any list. I think anything that ends up on this top 10, you can go, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so, I had a similar experience with PS Vita, because I feel like a lot of indies kind of capture that sort of Game Boy Advance. That's generalizing, but a lot of indies sort of capture that feel, and it feels right on a portable to have that kind of style of game. And Switch continued that exactly the same. They just sort of belong on portable systems.
I think I myself actually started on 360 with the Xbox Live Arcade early indies.
Oh yeah,
and Limbo and such. But I do agree that they do feel right at home on handheld systems. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's amazing how much they've shifted and how ambitious a lot of. I mean, they've always been ambitious for what their team sizes are, but to see like what some of them can pull off nowadays. I mean, we're recording this literally the day of Hollow Knight Silk Song's release,
which is wild when you think about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Specifically, like it just became available like just now, like it's on the shop now. So it's the timing is rather odd there, but just to see like an indies be so huge that there are games like, oh, we got to get out of here. We got to get a step out of the way.
So and on that note, an extra special thank you to all of you in our live audience right now, because you could be playing Silk Song right now, and yet you're not. You're here with us. So thank you for that. Seriously.
Oh, apparently all the shops have crashed. So you're stuck with us.
No, you couldn't be playing Silk Song. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Like I like that we're far enough that by the time we do get to the 2020s to present indie games, Silk Song will be under consideration. So it'll be very interesting to see if the recency bias will be there or if something else will happen when we get to that list. But yeah, are you both ready to figure out what our top 10 2010s indie games of all time are?
Let's
ready
do it.
As I'll ever be.
Yep. As a reminder, 878 individual votes. I don't have a complete list, but it's roughly 300 plus games. So a lot of variety here.
All right.
I had to delete a few because it wasn't in the time frame. There's from the 2020s and all that, but we'll deal. But let's get it started with our number 10 2010 indie game of all time, with this, just to get us a baseline points, 759 points. What is our number 10 game?
Okay. I'll start with the 2010 one being Limbo.
Man, I would have thought that'd be a little higher. I guess this just speaks to the quality and the incredible quality of the games that are going to be on this list. I'm going to go with The Messenger at number 10.
Okay. Both excellent games. Both just, you could say about all this, but anyway, at number 10, I think this is going to shock you both. Minecraft.
What? At number 10?
At number 10, that's how
this is about to be a wild list. What?
So yeah, Minecraft has technically already made it, because that was the what was the official name of that? But basically, the pre-launch version, and Minecraft now is not really indie. It's owned by Microsoft, but this is going off the idea of when it first launched, Minecraft was indie and was indie for a while. It was a hallmark of indie games, but it blew up. This version added the survival elements to it and just sort of completed the idea of what Minecraft is. And now it is just, it's a movie. It's everything.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm that surprised that it ranked this low, to be honest, because I think people just prioritize other indie games because it's gone to the point where Minecraft is so big that maybe you want to give a spotlight to something else, or maybe you don't even consider it indie anymore. But it started as an indie game.
Right. Yeah, and I guess, I mean, Mooberry Muffin mentions in our chat that saying, gee, Minecraft, how come you got on 3 separate top 10 lists? And yeah, so I guess I wasn't sure if it really qualified, but as you said, Derek, when it came out, it was absolutely indie, and then it just blew up. It's just so many other things. I'm still a little surprised that it did get just a bit higher, like maybe 7 or 6, but I mean, it certainly deserves to be here, even in its proto form.
Mm-hmm.
Mark brings up a good point that a lot of younger audiences probably don't remember it being indie, but they've always known it as an Xbox owned thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Looking back at it, Minecraft Classic, as it was called, made both the 2000s PC games list and the 2000s indie list.
Yeah.
Because of again, that original classic version, before the survival elements were added in. It can be considered something separate, something different, but this is when it sort of fully launched. So this is sort of like the fully put period. There's such a long development between where it started and where it's at, even where it is now. Like, it is incredible how much that game has really changed over time. And while it's not my thing, it did inspire something I really enjoy, which is Dragon Quest Builders. So thank you, Minecraft.
Nice.
We do that every time we talk about Minecraft because we have nothing to say. So we're like, we love Dragon Quest Builders.
That's because let's be honest. It'll be a miracle if Dragon Quest Builders ends up on one of these lists.
It should.
Yeah,
it should. But the full Minecraft experience at number 10, and there's our baseline. But what is our number 9 2010s indie game of all time, beating out Minecraft by 57 points?
Okay.
I will throw out something from 2012 for this one, which is Hotline Miami.
Very good pick, yeah. I think the top indies will be dominated by some very popular recent ones. So I'll go with another 2010 game being Super Meat Boy.
Nice.
Right. Sounds good. At number 9, it is neither of those games. Which is
shocking if we get any of these.
Exactly.
I know. Seriously.
Like I said, good luck. I wonder if I should give hints for this one. Either way, at number 9, Outer Wilds.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this might be higher, but I'm not shocked that it's here at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a masterpiece. It's just artistically stunning. Very, very well written. Just incredible.
It's one of those where discovery is the name of the game, and it handles it so well, and how you figure things out and like slowly unravel all the mysteries that this solar system has to offer. And I probably didn't play it in the most optimal way because I did it as a stream game because somebody's like, you should check this out, which helps because I actually played it because of that. But it also was like, oh God, I got to come back after a week in order to just the way that I stream to come back to it, remember what the heck I was doing last. But it still hit. It still was fun. I still was like trying to figure out each of the mysteries and have to deal with certain planets being a pain in the butt to explore at times. But it really is something special.
I've heard a lot of people, their first time playing this game is just really, when you go in completely blind, it's really special. I haven't played it myself. It's on my massive backlog, but I feel like this came out really close to Outer Worlds too. And I always get too confused.
It was like the same year, yeah.
It was like, yeah. So I was getting confused in my head, but Outer Wilds I know is the one I really want to play. And I hope to get around to it someday because I've heard extremely special things about it.
Yeah, it really is very, very special. There's very few games like it. And that soundtrack is like top tier. It's so worth listening to if you get a chance.
Yeah, okay.
The space physics are completely unique. Like it actually it emulates the whole idea of being in space. And the best way I could describe it is a Metro. It's a Metroidvania, but not, because the Metroidvania element of the re-exploration is knowledge. You're learning. Every piece of thing you explore, everything you learn helps you figure out something else in this world. And that's what makes it sort of special, is like your own, like how well you keep track of things and how well you figure things out.
Yeah.
So
Press Placer Jason just stumbled over the Outer Worlds comparison too. He thought we were talking about the Fallout style game.
Yeah.
No, it's we got an I, not an O.
Yeah.
But Outer Wilds at number 9. Go ahead and move on to number 8, which beat out Outer Wilds by 4 points.
Ooh, only 4.
Yeah, very close.
I'll go with The Binding of Isaac.
I almost went with that. That's a good one. I guess I'll go with Papers, Please.
Oh, okay, good pick.
Both good choices. This is just come down to a recommendation list. It's like, here,
right?
Play these
the
indie games.
Is going to be wild. Yeah.
Play these. It's a good idea. All right. At number 8, I'm sorry, you got it again.
No surprise.
But at number 8, A Hat in Time.
Oh, great game.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic game.
Nice. Yeah. Glad to see it on this list. I started this game on Switch and then actually replayed it on PS5 because the Switch version isn't great. It's not great. It's not super optimized, but I replayed it on PS5 and it's smooth as butter. And if you love 3D platformers, if you love Banjo, you got to play this game, man. This game it has so much personality in it. So much charm.
Around the time that Astrobot came out, people were like, why aren't more people making 3D platformers? And they are. Like in the indie space, they always are. There's so many fantastic 3D platformers that people just sleep on. This wasn't slept on. This was very, very popular. But it is just so well made, very expressive too. Lots of different jumps you can tangle together. And if you feel like 3D platformers are taking a nap, then you're just not looking in the right place, because they're everywhere.
Yeah, they really are. This is one I want to play more of, because sadly all I have available is the Switch version, and I couldn't even continue. It was like this because I've seen other versions of how well it plays. It's like I should just wait for a sale and get it on PC, and that way I can really enjoy it, because there's a lot of it's the mod scene on the PC. You can do a lot of other things with it, but even at base, Hat in Time, you can just look at it. It's like there's a lot of real excitement for this one, and to see it take shape over time and over the course of a lot of demos. And that mafia town to start off with, it's just ingrained in my head at this point. I've not really seen much else beyond that game. I think there's like a murder mystery or something like that.
The train mystery is so good.
Yes.
Yeah. I love this game.
I'm only experienced with the mafia guys.
It's just really, even though it's clearly inspired by games, like I said, Banjo and other obviously really big 3D platformers, it really carves its own niche, and it just has really its own vibe that stands apart from even the biggest 3D platformers out there. It's just a really cool, special little game.
Yeah. So, I like its weirdness too, because you have your main characters. What is it? Hat Girl and Mustache Girl, which is just odd to begin with.
Right.
Oh goodness. But yeah, Hat in Time at number 8. So let's go ahead and move on to number 7. And gosh, I'm trying to think of, you know what? Should I start giving genre?
I was just thinking about how many games we have left. Like 7 isn't very many spaces for how many indies there are in this decade. So maybe a little genre hint would be good.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Little genre hint. So first off, there is a 133 point jump between 8 and 7. So a bit of a boost in there. At number 7, our genre is a Metroidvania.
That doesn't narrow anything down.
No, it doesn't. Oh, man.
I'll go with SteamWorld Dig 2.
Oh, that's a good one. I guess I'll go. This technically does become a Metroidvania in the second half of the game. So I'll say The Messenger again.
Okay.
All right. At number 7, Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, good. Nice.
Which also made the Xbox One list. So this is a repeat, but that's again the quality.
Right. It's a wonderful game. I mean, we've spoken about it already, but just spectacular. It's one of the most gorgeous games ever made. The soundtrack's amazing. And like Super Metroid and other Metroid games have already like nailed escape sequences at the end, but Ori just has them sprinkled throughout the game, and they're like the highlights. Like when that music kicks in and the whole dungeon you've explored just starts erupting and you're trying to get out of there using all your new moves, using the bash move. It's just peak gaming.
Yeah. I love what I've played of this game. It is one of my great shames that I haven't finished it. It's just one of those things where I had a million things that I was playing at the time, but I do intend to go back and finish it someday. And the sequel. I want to play both or finish both. But yeah, I have played a little bit of it. Clearly, it's up my alley. Love what I've played. It's gorgeous, as you just said, John. But yeah, I can't unfortunately say that I've played it in its entirety yet.
Yeah, has a lot of heart, and there's a lot of really sweet scenes. Ori's just an adorable character to begin with, and you will be afraid of owls.
We've Xeon and Nintendo Life. When each of my children were born, he got Amelia an Ori plushie, and he got Freddy the owl. So we have 2 little Ori things.
That's adorable.
I love that.
They're like their favorite teddies.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shout out to Xeon.
That's very cute. Meanwhile, my son spotted he's been loving Bonanza, so he spotted the amiibo for DK and Pauline, and he really wanted it. So we got it for my birthday, which is coming up. But it's been his, and literally the first night he had it, he slept with it because just held on to it that much.
Cuddly little plastic amiibo.
Yeah, exactly. just imagine cuddling with your amiibo. That's all. Oh goodness. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to our number 6 indie game of all time. Man, after doing the Switch one, it feels like we're flying through these.
Oh, we are flying through these. I think this is a normal pace. It's just the Switch one was feature length.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, number 6, which we got a bit of a jump here from this point on. Ori and the Blind Forest, it has, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words here, 703 points more than the Blind Forest.
That is a jump. Okay.
What are you feeling? Oh, genre first, I guess.
Yeah, genre first. This is a shooter.
Shooter.
Nothing
directly comes to mind for a shooter.
Same.
Oh, Hotline Miami, I suppose.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have said that, but you said it first, so I'll say Super Hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool pick.
Yeah.
At number 6, I love how both of you actually had hot in the title, but unfortunately, no hot in this title. Instead, it's Cuphead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I would have said that's a platformer, but I get it. It's also a shooter.
Yeah,
I think it's more a shooter than a platformer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
more
fair.
about those bosses.
It's a Contra game, isn't it? It's funny to get this back to back with Ori, the Microsoft funded duo.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Before we started going on the Xbox One list.
Before we started going in genres, I almost had Cuphead at number 7, so I was one off. I was going to say Cuphead, but yeah, I mean, what else can you say about Cuphead other than it absolutely rules? There's really no other game out there like it in terms of aesthetic and art style, and the bouncing, the dodge bouncing mechanic, it's just so satisfying to pairing. It's so satisfying to pull off, and it completely changes the way you play the game. And made by a single family. This was like a passion project by a single family, and Microsoft picked them up and helped them get to the finish line. But what an amazing game!
Yeah. I was saying at the beginning that the PS Vita was great for like a lot of like Game Boy Advance feeling indies. And I think at the beginning of the indie boom, there was a lot of like pixel games. Later on in like the mid 2000s, they really ditched that stigma and just made artistic masterpieces. And Ori was one of them, but Cuphead too. Like this is just one of the most expressive and visually imaginative games we've ever had. It's just pure animation. It gets back to that era and makes it interactive in a way that no AAA developer ever attempted to do.
I think the closest that I can think of offhand is like Cell Damage, which is just a Twisted Metal ripoff of like cartoon characters. And
but this was a different level.
Yeah, this goes all in on the aesthetic, and it gives it so much extra personality. Like the gameplay itself is good, solid, fun, no doubt about it. But the aesthetic is what really carries it over the edge, because it just immerses you in that 1930s cartoon world. And you can see all the inspirations for a lot of the characters, like the pirate boss. That's obviously Bluto from Popeye, but I love him because he's Bluto. I'll beat up Bluto.
I'll beat up Bluto. That's a good out of context line.
But yeah, it really does feel just like a standout, no matter what you feel about the difficulty, because it can get quite hard.
Yes,
but it was kind of this turning point where indies were no longer like a secondary thing. Like you get consoles for the big AAA games, and maybe you'll play an indie. This is where it changed. I feel like every Xbox show that came up, people were waiting for the DLC, the delicious last course. That was a major thing people were anticipating.
We were waiting how long for just the game itself, because
the original game
like, looks amazing, and just show after show, and oh my gosh, just let us play it. And it finally came out. Cuphead at number 6. So we've reached the top 5.
Man.
Do you still want hints?
I think
broad enough, or can you narrow it down at this point?
I
think we can narrow it down. I think I have a vague idea of what might be here now.
What might be here? What made the top 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Not as much of a jump this time, because number 5 only beat out Cuphead by 20 points. Excuse me, 40 points. I can count. I
can. I'll say this might be a good place for Hades.
Oh, that's a good one too. I'll say, and this might be too low, but I'll say Stardew Valley.
I was thinking Stardew Valley as well. It's between Stardew and Hades. We'll see though.
Okay.
Hades is a tricky one because it came out in early access.
That's
2018,
true.
But it didn't release until 2020, so I wasn't sure what to do with that one.
Yeah, let's take that back then. Let's take that back. Okay. So we've got Stardew Valley. I will say, I just got to put these out there a second. Hollow Knight and Celeste, I feel like it's not time for them yet. That makes it very difficult, actually. Dead Cells.
Oh, good one.
Dead Cells.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. All right. At number 5, Stardew Valley. Congratulations.
Wow.
Very, very nice.
What? That's crazy.
Got one.
Okay. I got one.
I'm so glad you didn't ask for a genre, because I feel like as soon as I said farming, you guys would narrow
exactly. What else would it be?
Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible though. I think everyone sort of dabbled in Harvest Moon or got invested in it or just experienced it on some level. But I feel like I never really played a peak Harvest Moon before this game. Like I played a couple, but never really got too into them. Stardew Valley did hook me though. There's just something about the cozy town with the amazing music and how hands-on everything was. It just felt different to Harvest Moon. It felt something more grounded, I guess. I just really got into it. And to this day, people still play it daily. Like it's just one of those go-to games for so many people. It really managed to stand the test of time. And I think it's still stronger than Harvest Moon ever was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon and what is it? Story of Seasons, as it's called now. It's just it tries, it has its niche, but it's never gotten beyond that niche because well, the indie space after Stardew Valley really went ham on the farming sim, as we have come to see. As
sure.
Moonberry Muffin points out, it's like the game that single-handedly made farming sims a huge thing.
Really? Yeah.
I tried, and this is not an indictment on Stardew Valley itself. I'm just not a farming sim guy, and I tried to get into it. It just didn't grab me, like, and just the same as no farming sim has. So I have immense respect for it and what it's been able to do, and it's getting another update coming out eventually. They just announced, had a whole concert this year, which is really cool. It's just never really grabbed me simply because I'm not a farming sim guy, and that's okay. But I have an immense respect for it.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like I appreciate what Stardew Valley does. I dabbled in it a little bit. It was like, yes, I can see what makes this so beloved. And my dad is into farming sims. He played the heck out of Harvest Moon Back to Nature as a kid. When I was a kid, I introduced that to him and he just loved it. So I did the same for Stardew Valley for him. And yeah, he went all in. he did his whole min-max, figure out the best efficiency sort of thing. Which is, it's really funny watching him play because he gets so into the farming aspect that he almost completely forgoes the social aspect of those farming sims. It's like,
nice.
Don't talk to me. I'm working.
I mean, that's how people play though. Some people get really into the romancing side and try and socialize and like get a husband, but you can just farm if that's what you want. You can go dungeon crawling. It's all just like to that stamina meter. It's like, what do you do in a day? And it gets so addicting just to keep rinsing that formula because like you've done this in a day, you go to sleep. It's like, do I want to quit the game or do I just want to keep doing more and more stuff? Because there's always something else you want to take care of, but you can never do everything at once. So it's very, very gripping in that way.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Stardew Valley itself randomized to a degree? Like, can't you decide like what kind of landmass you're on when you start up the game, or am I misremembering?
It's been a while since I've started the game, so like, I'm scratched. That is, I can't remember. I think it is randomized to an extent, though. Yeah,
I think you could pick like wetlands or farm type selection. I guess is according to Eastman here. I vaguely remember that. I was like, boy, that does offer up a lot of just experimentation if you so desire, and God knows how many farms some people have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Honestly, I expected to see it here at some point. So this felt like a gimme.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stardew Valley at number 5. Let's go ahead and figure out our number 4, which this is a difference. This might be our biggest jump. A difference of 1,203 points.
Oh, okay.
Over Stardew Valley.
So I'm getting a little nervous because given what we still have yet to see on the chart, my personal number 1 still hasn't shown up. And I feel like if it isn't here, it's not going to be here, given what else still has to show up. So as much as it pains me to say, this is my number 1, but I think I'm going to go for Shovel Knight here. And if it's not here, I'm afraid it's not going to show up. And Shovel Knight has to be in the top 10, y'all. It has to be. So I'm going Shovel Knight.
What year was Disco Elysium? I'm just looking that up right now. 2019. Okay. Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium.
Okay.
All right. 2 beloved indies. Only one can make it out in this battle royale. But unfortunately for John, Ash is on a streak right now because it is Shovel Knight Treasure Trove.
2 in a row. That's crazy. I'm just glad it's here because I was like, man, if it's not here, it's not going to be. Oh, glad it's here. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and just as a reminder, I combined everything into just the treasure trove. Made sure there's no double votes, any of that stuff, because boy, Shovel Knight just kept going.
It felt bad to be
sure
a
did.
Kickstarter supporter because you pay for the game and then they just keep giving you more and more games. And I don't. I want to pay you for more of this because there's just so much in there. You know, like you pay the small fee and they end up giving you like 6 different games. It's like this is too much. Stop.
And fortunately, they did find various ways to monetize all the other campaigns and such. Full disclosure, I am good friends with the dev team. I've worked with them on various projects like the Udon art books. So full disclosure, I am obviously a little bit biased, but even taking that relationship aside, I love this game. Obviously, I'm a huge Mega Man fan. Everybody knows that. Shovel Knight is very Mega Man coded. I just think this game is pretty much pixel perfect. It knows exactly what it wants to be. It sets out to do exactly that, and it excels. And talk about an amazing game all around. And that soundtrack is just so good. I love this game to death, man.
When it first came out, I wasn't down on it, but I wasn't quite getting what everyone got to begin with. Because I think I saw what it mechanically was taking influence from and wasn't really seeing what it was doing on its own. Because like it's very much like Scrooge McDuck's pogo attack, very much Mega Man style gameplay. And I think at that moment I was like, it's not really doing much original. But I think I was just in a bad mood that day because I came back another day and I loved it. You know, just something clicked. I think what made it click was realizing you can smash those checkpoints and make it optional about whether you want to continue your progress or try and get
I love that.
more items out of it. And that was just a really cool risk reward.
Yeah. And also the world too, right? Like the NPC designs. The NPCs are so wacky and weird. The writing is on point. It's got like both a fun sense of humor, but it also kind of has a real core of like having a heart, right? And like it touches you emotionally too. And it's just really good.
I think that's sort of the idea. Like what makes Shovel Knight sort of stand out to such a degree, because at its core, this is a really silly concept of just a knight with a shovel. Like it seems ridiculous, but you get into this world and you just buy into it because of these wacky characters and the situations, but they make you feel for Shovel Knight by the end and what his quest actually is, and how it evolves from there. And they change up the gameplay by having all these sub weapons that you can use that allows you to have a lot of just alternative ways of conquering what comes up. But then you get into the other campaigns and just how they reused assets but fundamentally changed how you played each of those levels. And just expanded that world further and further and further, and just became just almost an epic. Like if you really do everything, it is so much content in there. So
I love
much to play and see.
The console exclusive stuff as well, because PS4 PlayStation got Kratos, and then Xbox got Battletoads. Nintendo got like the amiibo stuff. It wasn't quite as cool, but it was really neat
content, I guess.
Yeah. But like fighting Kratos was just awesome.
Right. And then, with Spectre Knight's campaign, you've got a whole ass, like they made the Mega Man campaign with regular Shovel Knight. And then they were like, let's do a Mega Man X campaign and Spectre Knight. And they did that. And then they even had a remix soundtrack for Spectre Knight's campaign. And man, they just, if they even come close to what they did with Shovel Knight, the original, if they're actually making Shovel Knight 64, can you guys imagine how crazy good that's going to be if they're doing like a N64 inspired Shovel Knight 3D platformer? That's going to be nuts.
I'm more interested at this point to see, like, I think that's the other thing is like they worked on this for so long. It's like, I want to see what else they can do. And that's why Mina the Hollower.
Exactly.
I'm so excited for Mina.
But
there was like a little bit of Shovel Knight fatigue at one point because he was in everything.
That's the problem is that he was the indie cameo guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Everything.
You couldn't shake him. Any indie game you played, Shovel Knight was there.
Yeah.
Play ukulele, there he is. Play Smash, there he is. Play whatever, there he is. Like you could not escape.
Right.
One of the few indies to also get their own amiibo. So for all the campaigns. Crazy.
Love me some Shovel Knight.
Probably maybe the biggest value in indie games up to this
Probably.
point.
Yeah.
The fact that you get what Treasure Trove was like $25.
Yeah,
You're getting so much amazing content for that.
There's an argument to be made, and I think it is starting to come up more and more about how indies sort of need to value themselves more, where they are deserving of being priced higher in the same way as other games. And they do work just as hard, but because of the stigma of indies, they have to price it lower in order to be competitive with those AAA games because they expect a AAA experience out of it. So
I mean, Silk Song's $20.
Yeah.
People would have paid way more than that.
Oh, they would.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I was shocked when I remembered that, or somebody told me that the original Hollow Knight was only 15.
Yeah,
I forgot.
It's crazy. And
That's like crazy.
I think
if
they
you
said
dive
the only
into
reason
it, that's
it's
like a
20 is
50-hour
because they
game.
just went with inflation. So this is the equivalent of that 15 back then. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much there. But yeah, I'd be shocked if Shovel Knight didn't make this list. So
I was going to be like, please, come on. But the reason I said that was because I feel like there are really only 3 games left that can be in the top 3 that I'm thinking of. I felt like Shovel Knight, as much as is my number 1, wouldn't crack most people's top 3. So
yeah,
fortunately I was right. So yeah.
Let's see what that top 3 might be. Because our number 3 game beat out Shovel Knight Treasure Trove by 92 points.
Oh, not a whole ton. Okay.
So there's 4 I'm thinking of. So there's
really okay.
Celeste, Undertale, Hollow Knight, and Among Us.
Oh, Among Us! I didn't think about that. Those are the other 3 were the ones I was thinking of. Interesting. I hadn't thought about Among Us.
Because I was looking at the date, I was like, is that pre-2020? Because it blew up in COVID, but it's 2018 apparently.
Oh shit.
I don't know if it's a voting darling, but it's
right
one of the biggest indies ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, then that begs the question: which of those 4 doesn't make it? Because
it's probably Among Us, but I think I wouldn't be mad if it were here though.
No, same. I think I'm going to stick with what my original guess was and stick with Celeste.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with that.
I'll say
but Among Us is
Undertale
really
in
good.
that case.
Okay. All right.
We got 1 Celeste, 1 Undertale, and none right. Because at number 3, Hollow Knight.
Really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight made number 3. Not quite the top.
Okay.
But still very respectable because Hollow Knight still holds up really, really, really well. Like this game is just something special.
It's one of the best games of all time. And it came at a point where the indie market was quite oversaturated with Metroidvanias. So standing out took a lot. And this game really did. Like, you get into new areas and you have no map at all. And you just have to use your instincts to get around and navigate. And sometimes you just go to an entirely different area off the beaten path. It may not even be a mandatory zone. And you just keep going. And it feels good to go. Like, you don't know if you're making progress, really, but you're having a great time. And you come back stronger. You can take down another boss later on. It really just... It felt like one of the biggest and coolest Metroidvanias of all time. And those boss battles are all just spectacular. But you can just get so lost and never feel like you're getting lost in this game, if that makes sense. You go somewhere you don't know if you're meant to be there, but you have fun doing it. Yeah,
and it's one of those games that it strikes an interesting balance between being a Souls-like and being a Metroidvania. A lot of times they lean more heavily on the Souls-like experience, but Hollow Knight actually leans more heavily on the Metroidvania experience.
It does.
And just uses the Souls-like stuff to enhance other things with a risk-reward system, whether it's with the geo or like the difficult bosses or the lore. It's almost more about the setting that informs their Souls-like aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Well,
when I got to the City of Tears, that's when I realized that this is a good game, and it's kind of that Souls feeling. It's like when that music kicks in, and it's just like the sort of melancholy feeling. Like
the atmosphere is fantastic, and the soundtrack is haunting, and it's got a completely unique art style. The combat feels great. It just checks all the boxes. I personally had this at number 2. That's why I was surprised it was number 3. I thought it would be top 2. So I'm
same. To be honest, I thought this was like 1 or 2. I didn't think 3 was even really possible, but
here
we are.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, just completely solid controls. Also had a fair amount of DLC support for a while. Like it was like put a bunch of stuff out there, and it'll be. I think we're here to declare that no, Hollow Knight's still good because I expect there's the rebound is probably coming where people are just like, was Hollow Knight really that good? It's like, no, it really is. It just is so tightly controlled and paced that it's just a good time. Like, it stands up. Don't let the it's time to hate this thing now brigade get to you.
Right.
Yeah, it always comes around, yeah. But like that Silk Song anticipation, it became a meme on some level. Like whenever there's a presentation, like where's Silk Song? But it came from a real place though. Like people love Hollow Knight so much that they, for like 7 years, just kept hoping and wishing for a glimpse of Silk Song, and it's finally happened. But it came from a very real place because this game is just so special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
nice.
I mean, that being said, if you don't enjoy it, that doesn't mean you're like bad. You're wrong or anything.
Oh, of course not.
It just didn't click with you, which is perfectly fine. Just to put it out there. But Hollow Knight at number 3. So let's get to our top 2. And at number 2, it beat out Hollow Knight by roughly 150 points.
Okay.
All right.
I would like Celeste to be number 1, but I feel like Undertale is.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I'll say Celeste at this point.
I'm just gonna. I had the same thought. So Celeste as well. We're
just double downing. We
have
no doubt on Undertale.
Yeah,
no doubt on Undertale. All right, let's see here. At number 2. Shouldn't have doubled down. It's Undertale.
What?
Whoa.
Undertale at number 2.
How? Yeah. I was absolutely certain that Undertale was number 1.
Yeah.
What?
I thought Undertale had this number 1 locked in.
That's
when
crazy.
This poll started. But no, number 2.
It is not.
And maybe that could be also a thing of like, it's guaranteed to be here, so we didn't vote on it as much, or that sort of thing. But Undertale fans love Undertale.
Yeah, that's why I figured Undertale had to be number 1. That's insane.
It's an internet phenomenon. Like, even if you haven't played it, you know Sans Undertale, like you know beats of Undertale. Like, everyone knows it.
You've heard the music.
Yeah, you've absolutely heard the music. And it is a phenomenal game. I think I probably got a bit jaded about it because it was just so popular, so everywhere. But I remember my initial playthrough, I did adore it because it echoes everything I love. There's so much Earthbound and Mother DNA in there, but it's truly unique though. Tells a very unique story, but its combat systems are so unique. Like, instead of just regular turn-based combat, you can be like a pacifist. You can try and be nice rather than attack. You can almost play like a shmup where you're avoiding everything as that heart. It's so unique and special. It has earned its fandom. So no matter how loud it all gets, how big it can seem, there is so much soul in that game, and Deltarune as well.
Oh, absolutely. That game has some of the most peak gaming moments I've ever experienced in any game at all. I mean, that soundtrack speaks for itself. You were talking about how Earthbound / Mother Coded it is, John. I just love everything about the vibes of this game. And years before The Last of Us Part 2 did it, people talk about, oh, there are things you do in The Last of Us Part 2 that are physically painful. I don't want to press the button. I don't want to do it. Yeah, that's true. Undertale did that first. There are moments in that game where you're doing certain things and it's physically painful and sad and just they did it way before Last of Us did.
I will never forget the first time I played it. Once again, it was on stream because so many people wanted to play it, but I also made a point of covering up chat because Undertale fans can be very pushy.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wasn't looking at chat, and I got to the part where you have to leave Torio, which leads to that fight. And so I knew about the different routes. I'm like trying to do the pacifist route, but it's like nothing's happening. Like I'm doing pacifist all the time, and it's just nothing's happening. It's like, and I don't fully understand the systems at play yet. So I'm like, do I need to attack her because she's pushing for it so hard. So I just like maybe weaken her that way, and then it helps out the other aspect of pacification. So I'm doing that a bit at a time. Just like I'm going to do one more attack, and then I'm going to stick with just staying pacifist. My last attack was a crit and killed her.
No.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And the rest of the playthrough is fine, good, all that stuff. But it really is worth seeing the pacifist ending. I've never seen the genocide ending, but the pacifist ending really does just emphasize those themes. And
it's incredible. Yeah.
Plus,
it makes it really fixated on dogs special. Too. The game is fixated on dogs, which how much more can you ask for from one of the goats?
Truly a funny game too. And humor is a really hard thing to strike in video games. Like, a lot of people try, but it's very rare that it actually lands. But there's some truly great writing in here. Like Toby Fox is just incredible.
Yeah. My middle son, by Amy's son, but he's mine too now. Where he, I think has become very interested in game development, and he loves Undertale, loves Deltarune. I think he looks at Toby Fox as if he's a genius.
Nice.
Very, very much inspiration there.
He is a genius.
Yeah. Shout outs to Dogamus and Dogessa. Love those guys.
Yeah. Oh gosh, but it is absolutely something special. Absolutely deserves to be here, and just a bit of a surprise that it's not number one, because boy, that fandom is loud and proud.
Damn, that's really shocking.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now it becomes a question: is what you thought is happening really happening, or is it just the something else happening? I don't know, because our number one game beat out Undertale by 101 points.
Wow,
it's got to be Celeste.
There is no way it's not Celeste. There's no way Celeste is in here. It has to be.
All right. Both still double downing together.
We've not learned our lesson.
You've not learned a lesson whatsoever. At number one, it's Celeste.
Of course it is. It couldn't be anything else. Right?
I'm very happy with this result. Celeste is phenomenal. I think what makes it so fantastic, there's a lot of layers that make it so fantastic, but I think it's silent storytelling is a big part of it. A lot of it is gameplay driven. And this is a trap a lot of AAA games cannot do, because they divide story and gameplay to such an extent. But the struggle of Celeste is a huge part of its narrative, and you can't achieve that without it being interactive. And this is what video games are about. It's about feeling an emotion through playing yourself, and it's the best example of that I can think of.
Completely agree. Yeah, I mean the emotional journey you go through with Madeline, and as you said, John, the struggle is part not of just the gameplay but of the narrative, and the way that it communicates that to the player is really unlike any other game I have ever played. And right away, the stakes are very clear in terms of the tumultuousness in Madeline's life and what she needs to prove to herself and what she's going through, and the way it just communicates that to the player is just no other game like it. And the music, I mean, God, the music is crazy, and that also kind of plays into the narrative as well. This game absolutely deserves to be number one. I'm still shocked it isn't Undertale, but I'm not mad that it's Celeste for sure. Yeah,
there's so many great metaphors too. Like there's a point where you fall really far down the mountain, and then you're brought back up in this huge spark of energy.
I mean, that's the thing, that the joyous moments in this game are so joyous that they just become infectious. Like, I played the main portion of this game in a marathon, essentially, because I had a Nintendo event to go to, and where I was living at the time was easily able to do a train ride there to the New York offices and back within a single day. But I'd be on that train for 4 hours or so because waiting. So fortunately, I had my Switch, so I decided to play Celeste while on the train and just completely absorb the entire time. Just loving every bit of it. It stands out as something special to have like for whatever reason, this game on a train just works as far as just hitting those vibes. And I just, man, seeing some of those moments, I'm like on a train next to people, I'm just like trying to be over the side here, like don't look at me while I'm tearing up a little bit of certain things. Like don't judge me. But
it's amazing in every way though. Like the gameplay mechanics are so fine tuned, and I love how quickly you come back from death. Like there's no down period really. Like, you can keep experimenting and trying different jumps. You don't feel frustrated really because you're straight back into the gameplay immediately. And then there's just the moments that hit really hard, like the hotel area with the mirror and all that, and the music just makes everything so much more powerful. They had a bunch of like guest composers in here, and they like the B-side tracks as well, which are fantastic levels. But the way the music evolves is also just spectacular.
Yeah, it really is something special. And what is this team working on next? I know they have another game in the weren't they working on something? And actually,
I think things are a bit rocky with this team in areas now.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
that's such a shame because they had something coming out and then it ended up.
Oh, Earthblade was canceled. Right.
Yeah,
that's too bad. And I don't think they have anything else they've mentioned, right? Besides Earthblade.
I don't think so.
That's
a shame. There's probably a story that hasn't been told, but at least Celeste was just a masterpiece, though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That achievement will always be there.
Yeah,
good stuff overall, and very, very fitting. Just as far as this top 4, because very recently, my Ryan was. He was always a fan of Undertale, but he wanted to check out 3 other games. Those 3 other games were Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Celeste.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
yeah,
kind of worked. Hollow Knight was the one that clicked with him the most, but there was just it's just entertaining to see that. And honestly, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with top 10s of this era, but this is a good list.
Yeah, I mean the best games of recent years. That they are all indie. That's where you go to for pure gameplay innovation and just fantastic understanding of what the medium is. You know that indies have nailed it all. They grew up with the games. They know what they love, and they just have the vision to make something so new with that skill set. And that's something you can never buy. You know, it's pure talent.
Yeah, and it's games that would not necessarily ever get greenlit in the AAA or AA space. And they're vehicles for not just brand new ideas, but vehicles for refreshed ideas from the past, with developers putting their own stamp on them, kind of like Shovel Knight. Like obviously what Shovel Knight does has been done in the past, but this is something that's for the modern times, and they put their own stamp on it. And that's not something you're ever going to see in the mainstream space, right? And that's one of the reasons I love indie games so much. And I always have at least one indie in my currently playing rotation.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely not something to be missed out on. So, let's say we find out what our top 50 actually
this is just a buyer's guide now, because they're probably all they'll probably all deserve to be in the top 10.
Yep.
Oh goodness. All right. Just for fun, any guess at what number 11 ended up being?
There was a weird lack of like Meat Boy and like VVVVV and Limbo. I'd say Meat Boy maybe.
I was actually going to say Meat Boy as well.
Okay, it's not Meat Boy, it's Terraria.
Oh, okay, all right.
Gotcha.
I think I'm okay with having like one building game in the top 10, like Minecraft and Terraria. Like having them both in would take some spots away from more diverse games.
Yeah. Number 12, Disco Elysium.
Okay,
cool. I guessed this at like number 5 or something.
Yeah. I wondered if it would make it. Like
I thought that'd be in the top 10 actually.
Felt like it had a chance. Like I was like, can something knock Minecraft out of the top 10 completely and really shock people? But not quite. Just I've heard good things. It's one of those I've missed out on. But all I can tell us it's you're an insane cop and your choices really do matter.
Yeah.
Number 13, lost to Disco Elysium by 2 points, which is just crazy. It was this close.
Oh wow.
Deltarune Chapter 1 specifically.
What year did that come out? Was that
came out in
2019?
2019, I believe.
2019.
Wow.
I actually forgot that Deltarune Chapter 1 was technically 2010s. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Chapter 1 came out actually 2018, October 31st, 2018.
So it's been going for a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And Chapter 2 didn't come out until 2021, and
Yeah.
now 2025 for those other ones. So there's some gaps in between that, but yeah. Chapter 1 does count.
Undertale fans really didn't show up the way I thought they would. I figured that would be number 1, and I figured now remembering that Deltarune Chapter 1 is 2010, so I'm surprised that didn't chart.
True, but I figure when we get to the 2020s indies, that's
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Fresh.
It's so weird to think we're halfway through this decade to the point where that's a viable list. The 2020s.
All right, number 14. Felt pretty good. Honestly, this is pretty cool. This one made it so high. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Oh, nice! I'm glad it made it that high. It deserves it. Best Shantae game.
Best Shantae game by far.
Yeah.
Number 15. You'll like this one, Ash. Freedom Planet.
Nice. I love this game so much. This game rules. Nice.
Number 16. Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling.
Nice. I need to play this. I've always heard such great things as it being a Paper Mario like.
Yeah, it is really good. The art style is like very similar to the 64 game, which it's just cool to see that back. I think it came at a time where people were quite sour about Paper Mario, and it just sort of did everything people wanted it to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this was definitely before we started we got the remake of Thousand Year Door and so forth. This was a nice beacon at the point. Bit of craziness though between 16, 17, 18 because they're all split by 1 point. So Bug Fables beat out number 17 Super Meat Boy by 1 point.
Wow.
Feels kind of wild. Like that. I don't know if it's just because it's like 15 years old at this point, but that's such a staple to indies for me.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's this low. Yeah,
it is remarkably good
indie back in the day.
Yeah. Like the wall jump where if you keep holding in, you kind of slide up a bit. Like there's just such great control to Meat Boy.
Yeah.
I thought this would be higher.
I think it just shows the level of quality.
Yeah. I mean, just how amazing the indie space is. Yeah.
Yeah. Just how competitive they've all gotten. Number 18, again, 1 point below Meat Boy, A Short Hike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just wonderful game.
Very cozy. Very cozy.
Amazing. It's like it's short. There's no combat. It's just a good old cozy game, and it's nice. it's like it's cool that those type of games can stand out.
I love the style of this one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's true. Number 19, The Stanley Parable.
Okay.
Cool. I was thinking of guessing this in the top 10 at one point, but I didn't know if people would be there for it.
Yeah, same.
I've seen it, but I've not played it personally. But it looks really funny.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Number 20, Slay the Spire.
Okay. Not so much my thing.
I've not played this, but I have friends that do play it, and they have hundreds of hours in it.
And they're
just
obsessed.
addicted.
Yeah.
If you get into Slay the Spire, you are into Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
I played it for a while, and I think this just wasn't for me. But yeah, some people play this endlessly.
Yeah. Fantastic deck building game. 21, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Well, yeah.
That's surprisingly low for Binding of Isaac, I feel. I once considered it for the top 10, yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful game though. Like very Zelda 1 style, but the caliber's just upped like 100 times.
Very much so. Number 22. This is one I want to check out at some point, but I haven't had a chance yet. Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yeah.
Fascinating art style.
Yes.
It definitely is, yeah.
So I purposely kept vague about that one until I actually get a chance to play it. So I don't know a whole lot about it other than I think it's mystery. Might be, I don't know. Is it kind of Outer Wilds like, and that you're trying to figure things out?
Yeah, I believe so. We'll keep it.
It's very puzzly. Yeah.
23, The Messenger.
I was wondering when The Messenger would show up. Cool game.
Yeah. This is a really fun game. It longer than you'd think, and take some interesting twists with it.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Number 24. This game was huge for a while there. Untitled Goose Game.
It was huge for a while. Yeah, and it is a great
one
game.
Of those. It's classic, a lot of fun, but it's also one of those. It's just like, you're a goose. What the? It's like it captures that idea of like, let's just have this really strange idea, and it just works. It's like, you know what? No, I want to play a goose that just terrorizes a village.
I think after this, we got a lot of like animal games. We had Untitled Goose Game. I see like Little Kitty Big City. I don't know if it's adjacent really, but maybe it was born from Untitled Goose Games idea. I don't know.
Oh, there's the Dinah McJeans with the very important goose gif.
Oh yeah, got that.
Yeah.
At 25, Valhalla, a cyberpunk bartender action.
I have seen this on a couple of PAX show floors. It's not really my jam, but I've seen it, and it looks really unique.
I've not played this one.
Yeah, same here. Again, it's a buyer's guide, even for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 26, Inside.
Oh, cool.
Ahead of Limbo is interesting.
Yeah, I would have put Limbo above Inside. Interesting.
They are both fantastic, though. But yeah, I think Limbo. I don't know, just because Limbo came first, but that one always hit a bit harder with me, especially the ending of that game. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. The ending of Inside is a bit more wild than the ending of Limbo.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
We have a tie for number 27 between Baba Is You and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Oh, okay.
Baba Is You is it's again that's too clever for me. I played it for a while and it is just really clever, really great. But it got to a point where I just couldn't handle it anymore. So
yeah,
I've heard that from so many people. It was just like, oh god, it's basically programming, right?
It is basically programming. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a good introductory at first until it gets a bit too complex for small minds.
Yes,
right.
And Bloodstained is a fantastic follow-up to Castlevania. I'm really looking forward to the sequel next year. Mm-hmm. So, at 29, love to see it here. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair.
Hell yes, this game rules. It is the proper Donkey Kong Country 4 that we never got. I love this game.
It's monumentally better than core Yooka-Laylee on every level. It's just definitely fantastic. Yeah.
Just fantastic platformer. Highly recommended if you've already played Tropical Freeze.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No VVVVV yet, which is
where's that? Yeah.
Well, I can tell you it's not at number 30 because that is Night in the Woods.
Oh, I really dug this.
I've heard good things. I've not touched it yet.
Yeah, the story is really, really good. I forget what gripped me to begin with to buying this. I think it's just seeing some of the character designs, but yeah, there's some great story in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's interesting. My wife initially really got into this and then kind of noped out maybe halfway through. She said it didn't keep grabbing her for whatever reason. Because I'd always heard it was fantastic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
At 31, here's VVVVVV.
Okay.
I thought this should be way higher.
Same. I love this game.
It's the age. It's interesting how that the slightly older indies do have trouble keeping up, because VVVVV is a very interesting game. It's all about those puzzles and using the gravity mechanics, but maybe it just doesn't stand out anymore because it is still of that pixel era.
Maybe.
Man, it deserves to be higher though. And also that soundtrack, one of the all-time great chiptune soundtracks.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
So good.
I think it's one of the best playing platformers just ever, really. You know, it's just so simple. You just bip up and down, but they achieve so much with that. And you're surviving those screens when you're falling against gravity.
I'll never forget that one where you have to go all the way up like 7 screens and then all the way back down.
Exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
32, Dead Cells.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is one I want to play more of. It's on my list of to play soon. But
did you play Castlevania Dead Cells?
That's why I want to play it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard it was really good. The Castlevania.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
I had my attention before, but then it hadn't really had my attention.
Yeah.
It's also why I picked up Vampire Survivor, but that's not a 2010 game. At 33, Crosscode.
Oh, cool.
I only dabbled. I need to play way more of this one.
I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun. Great main character. Fantastic main character. Storyline gets quite interesting as time goes on. Does its own thing with the whole you're in an MMO premise for the whole for it. And honestly, some of the most devious puzzle design in dungeons I've ever seen.
Really?
Like they took me some time to figure out how to make it work. Once you do it, of course, it has that whole aspect of like, oh, right, that makes sense. But in the moment, it's maybe not as easy to figure out.
Right.
At 34, Among Us.
That is surprising.
Do people just not consider this indie?
I guess that must be it.
Maybe
right?
they don't, or they associate it so much with 2020 that they thought that's when it came out.
Maybe. Among Us will probably chart top 10 for the 2020s.
I was surprised
because it came out in 2018.
Well, that's true though.
Yeah. I had to look it up to figure out what year this came out because I do not think of it as pre 2020 at all.
I don't
There's
either.
the game that just appeared out of nowhere in 2020.
Yeah, I still play this every now and then. My wife and I both like just playing together, like getting into a random lobby and just trying to play together and avoid each other if we're chosen as the killer. It's just a cool game to play with friends every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's saved everybody's 2020s.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, no, and as Denim McGean says in our chat, it didn't really blow up till late 2020, which I guess is why we associate it with that.
Yeah, I guess.
And maybe a lot of people. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
At 35, One Shot.
One Shot.
I don't think I've heard of
much about. This is the one with that cat and a wizard hat.
I don't remember what this. I have to look it up a second, so I can't remember this one.
Yeah,
it looks like it's a puzzle adventure game. I don't know a whole lot about it otherwise.
But I don't think I've ever seen this.
The character themselves stands out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never seen this before.
Well,
that just speaks to how much
we?
incredible stuff there is in the indie scene because there's just always going to be something that you've never heard of that looks amazing. And this looks really cool.
Yeah. For sure. At 36, Enter the Gungeon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is spectacular.
Yeah. Another one that came up for when I said shooter.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of 37, Hotline Miami.
I'm surprised it's not higher.
Radically low. Yeah. This is amazing.
Great game.
I kind of associate my Vita with this to an extent. Like when I think about Vita games, it's very much like Persona and Hotline Miami. Just what a gorgeous style, great use of the like 80s kind of aesthetic, but just wonderful gameplay.
Yeah.
And really great like vapor wavy soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Suda 51's favorite game. So if Suda voted, maybe it would be higher.
Yeah, exactly. At 38, Hades. It's early access release.
Oh, yeah, I guess early access, right?
I don't. By the way, Hades is up for grabs because it officially came out in 2020.
Okay.
I think that's what everybody associates it with.
I just decided to put it in there. This will be in the 2020 list. No,
absolutely.
The fact that it's I wasn't sure what to do, but I counted the numbers like, okay, I don't have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But Hades will be viable for 2020.
I'm not really into roguelikes much, but every now and then one gets me, and this is one that really did get me.
Oh yeah.
Same. I think this is the only roguelike that I've ever actually gotten into because I'm just not a fan of the genre, but Hades was an exception for me, for sure.
This got me. The one before this was Rogue Legacy. I enjoyed Rogue Legacy quite a bit. I'm sure Dead Cells will get me in the same way as well. But Hades is something special. We'll wait on that one because I feel like we'll be talking about that in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
At 39, Papers, Please.
Okay, I was wondering where this would show up. Yeah,
really low. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I thought this would be higher. I mean, to the point where I even guessed it for like number 10. I thought, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I've not played it myself, but it seems like there's a lot to handle. I've watched people play this, but I'm like looking like what you have to look for in terms of the differences. It seems so minor, and you have to be so quick. I'm like, I feel like I'd be really bad at this.
Yeah, maybe this is one that's kind of part of those more legacy earlier 2010 indie games that kind of maybe gets forgotten about a bit more. I don't know, because
maybe
I feel like this should be a lot higher than it is.
Yeah. At 40, Transistor.
Oh,
Transistor.
cool
It is very good. I think they definitely found themselves more as they went on this studio, because Transistor's fantastic, but it never really got that viral period like everything else did.
Like it got attention. It got my attention because it was the follow up to Bastion.
Yes,
right.
And I played it a bit, and I enjoyed what I played, but I also ended up not sticking with it.
Yeah,
didn't.
I think I was
really
similar. I enjoyed it, but not quite in that level. What year was Hyperlight Drift?
Back to?
Was Hyperlight Drifter 20? It's pre-2020.
Yeah, it's in this range.
It's in this range.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Well, we'll have to keep reading because at 41, Gris.
Great game.
Okay, yeah.
I actually only played this year, and I really enjoyed it.
I keep the artwork for it every time it goes on sale. It's always just like it's like, should I? But then I gotta pick and choose.
You should. It's very bite sized. Like it's like 4 hours to play through, and it really is just beautiful to behold.
Yeah,
and I definitely recommend it.
At 42, Rocket League.
Oh yeah,
again, when it started, it was indie.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about this being eligible. I still play Rocket League to this day when I'm just like I'm on the phone and need something to like occupy my hands. I'll just play a few rounds of Rocket League. I love this game.
Yeah, God, I don't. For some reason, I didn't click that this was an indie, but yeah, I guess it was.
Same,
wasn't it? Yeah.
It's weird to think about, but yeah, it technically feels that again. It's tricky with all this. By the way, I should also mention that there were votes for stuff like I should have really said this at the beginning. Then I don't think it would have came up too much, but for indie games, if the indie developer is working on an established IP, I do not count it. So
of course,
as recent examples, Streets of Rage 4, not indie to me. Same for the Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi.
I was wondering because I was thinking about Mega Man 10, and that's 2010, so that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's not. Mega Man 10 is not indie.
No, it's definitely not. And I was wondering what you were doing about games like that, though, as part of established IPs. So that makes sense. Yeah.
If they're working on something else that somebody else came up with, that doesn't count.
Definitely,
which also means Blaster Master Zero has no chance.
Of course.
So. Just to have it in there. At 43, Steam World Dig 2.
Oh, this game is so good. It should be
wonderful
higher.
Game.
Oh, I love this.
For some reason, I haven't really got into the other Steam World games, but Dig 1 and Dig 2, I love them. And Dig 2 has so many cool moments. There's like that cyberspace level, which is really hard hitting. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah,
adore this game.
This was really talked about when it first came out, then sort of died down just because so much else came out. At 44, Shantae Half Genie Hero.
Another Shantae.
Nice. Okay. The second best Shantae game, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say by the end of its release and getting all of its Kickstarter stuff in there, it's certainly the most feature rich. Yeah, it's certainly most feature rich Shantae game.
Yeah.
So yeah. 45, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Cool.
Yeah. Can't argue.
I'm surprised it's not higher, actually.
Yeah, same.
It was a big thing, and I'll leave it at that because it's one of those you just have to go in and enjoy yourself blind.
Right.
I didn't hear anything, which is it's actually quite hard to do because I after playing it, I suddenly started seeing all the spoilers out there, but I went in completely blind, knowing nothing about any twists. So it actually caught me off guard in a lot of areas, but it's quite easy to stumble yourself into spoilers with this game, though.
Unfortunately, it feels like probably most people know about it. Number 46, Journey on PS3.
Wow,
I guess it's indie.
Yeah. I guess I never thought about that being indie, but it is technically
indie in the same way as what Cuphead and Ori is.
Yeah.
It's an indie studio that just got funding a little, got picked up by Sony. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you think about PS3, you probably at least glimpse about Journey. It's it's the console in a lot of ways.
At 47, Limbo.
Ah, man.
That should be higher.
Yeah, Limbo's extraordinary.
I feel like I keep saying that. I mean, that's how great all these games are. But yeah, Inside
Ripping
Over
the
Limbo
spider leg off.
Me. Yeah. Limbo's so good.
Yeah. It really caught your attention because it was, especially when it came out, it was one of the few indie games that was not, 8-bit coded.
Right.
Did it predate DKC Returns? Did this do the silhouette level first, or?
I think it might have.
I think so.
Step it up, DK.
Limbo came out in 2010. When did Donkey Kong Country Returns come out?
Same year.
Same year. Okay.
Yeah. So they just had the same idea. It was just Shadow Year.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently it's on sale for $2 right now. Easy recommend.
Great game.
All right. At number 48, What Remains of Edith Finch?
I've not played this, but I've always been interested.
Yeah, it's very worth playing.
Nice.
It's definitely one of those more walk and explore kind of games rather than anything too intense. But if you're in the right mood for that, it really hits.
Yeah, I've not really played a lot of those, but I know there's been a bunch that have gotten high recommendations just because the storylines are quite entertaining. At 49, Hyper Light Drifter.
God, I think it just says how many great games there were in this decade. But this is phenomenal, man. It's such a good game.
Yeah. And then finally at number 50, Firewatch.
Oh, you know what? I never played Firewatch. I had some. This one passed me by.
I think this is another walking sim kind of. It just between the Firewatch towers, I believe, because I've not played that one myself, but I know it's one of the standout ones for it.
Yeah.
But there's our top 50, but just to put it out there at 51, where there's a tie between To the Moon, which is just an emotionally beautiful game.
I've always wanted to play that.
And Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's did not make the top 50. Then I mean, I can just start reading off as going down the list real quick. I'm just going to rapid fire some of these that just didn't quite make. Bastion, Axiom Verge, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Rivals of Ether, FTL, Faster Than Light, Golf Story, Fez, Skullgirls, Katana Zero, SteamWorld Dig, Guacamelee, Ultimate Chicken Horse, Dust and Elysian Tale, Spelunky HD, Hypnospace Outlaw, Iconoclast, Superhot, Subnautica, Towerfall, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, The Witness, Yoku's Island Express, The Original Ukulele, Blasphemous, Katawa Shoujo, Overcooked 2, Into the Breach, Oxenfree, Pyre, Overcooked, SteamWorld Heist, The Talos Principle, Risk of Rain 2, Lisa the Painful, Little Nightmares, Soma, Don't Starve, Amnesia the Dark Descent, Wander Song, Fury, Duck Game, Abzu. The list goes on and on and on. And just
a lot of games you just said could have been in the top 10.
Exactly.
All of those are easily able to be in the top 50. Going down a little further, there's Donut County, which people love, Thumper, which people love.
Oh, Thumper.
More Five Nights at Freddy's games. One of Owlboys down here. Let me see here. Spiritfarer, I'm ashamed of all of you that only got 12 points. Actually, no, it's where did it go? Did it get it put in there? Or is that actually later? Hold on, I might be chastising you.
I feel like
it's 2020. It's 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind.
But
You're off the hook for now.
There's so many great games in there, and I feel like the ones that didn't make it probably. It's just too competitive, Yeah, they are fantastic, but it's hard. Like when you put your list together, you're probably going to put in your Hollow Knights, your Celestes, all of that stuff. Yeah, and there really aren't that many spaces left after that.
The one I haven't heard that I'm curious about if it charted anywhere. Did anyone vote for Just Shapes and Beats?
Yes.
Nice.
Let's see. Just Shapes and Beats. Was not able to count all of everything, so let me just.
I'm just glad someone voted for it. Doesn't matter how many. I'm just glad someone did. Great game.
It got 39 points.
Nice. Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It tied with Shantae Risky's Revenge and Spark the Electric Jester.
Wow. I mean, this whole rapid fire and everything, there were so many games. I'm like, oh God, so good. So, and the indie scene really is just an embarrassment of riches. Like, I hate it when people talk about indie games as though they are a genre unto itself. Like, I don't play indie games. What does that even mean? You don't play video games then? Like, they're not a genre unto itself. Play more indie games, everybody. Man.
There's one on here that I love. By the way, Finding Paradise. Somebody asked about that. That was actually at 34 points, so just below Just Shapes and Beats, and tying with Fear and Hunger and Bloons TD6.
I didn't know To the Moon had a sequel. I didn't even realize
I think there's
that.
3 games in that series.
Oh,
Natalie says, thanks for the shopping list. I bought Gris and Limbo for $5 total while watching.
If I had to recommend anything from here that made my list that unfortunately didn't really get did not do as well, only got 20 points. Tangle Tower. Love Tangle Tower.
Played that.
Okay. Oh, Tangle Tower is spectacular.
Great mystery game. It has a sequel coming out soon.
It's from the Snipperclips developers.
Yes, Snipperclips developers. It's so good.
Yeah.
I got so sucked into that game.
Yeah. They also did Crow Country.
I was gonna say they did.
Oh, cool.
Crow Country, and the next one is called The Mermaid Mask.
Yes.
That is the sequel to Tangle Tower.
Yeah. We're really looking forward to that because their style is so good.
Oh, it's such great voice acting as well.
Yeah. Did Snipperclips count for this list? Yeah, I'd say it did.
Yeah, it did, but it didn't get a lot of votes.
Okay.
I think it got 11 points.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because some people don't really think of it as, indie.
Right.
Because of the whole Nintendo collection.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that just worth looking through this list whenever I eventually post the complete rankings of it. It'll take me a little while though, because there's still a lot to count through. There's a lot of different games here, and I got to double check on when they made it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just play more indie games. They're good stuff. And obviously I think there's passion behind it because again, this got as many votes more votes than consoles.
Yeah. I'm happy to have played most of these, but there's a couple of gaps where I wasn't familiar, and I'm curious about what they were. So I've got to do some homework and hopefully check them out when I get a chance.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, really that's the thing is we could all literally play indie games that are worth playing to the day we die and still have a list that we'd still need to play in the afterlife because there are so many. It's an endless list of games worth playing.
I was saying this in the Switch list, we don't need more games. We can just stop. No more games need to release.
We could stop games completely and we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're fine.
Yep. But that'll do it for our top 10 2010s indie games of all time list, discussion, whatever. Thank you so much for watching that. Next time, we'll be back with our Generation 8 multi-platform list.
Nice.
I know people are saying as we get further and further, this is less and less necessary, but I think there's enough of an argument to be made considering that, that Sony and Nintendo still have a lot of first-party games on their list. So
totally.
Highlighting third-party multi-platform, I think, is a good idea up until the end here. So yeah, we are getting closer and closer to the end of all this, believe it or not. So keep an eye out for those votes and look out for next time for that Gen 8 multi-platform list. But until then, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to GVG, hitting the like button, and ringing that bell. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/GVGaming with plenty of extra perks. So until next time, bye.
Bye.